And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the level 40 Machinist Quest. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, we hit level 40 really quick. We're almost level 41. Doing things like Palace of the Dead and the daily roulette, leveling roulette and stuff, you can level up so fast now. So, we are here with Stefanian at the Sky Steel Manufactory in Foundation at 8:10. So, let's do it. And the quest is called Rook Before You Reap. And we will get the ability Rook Auto Turret. It says deploys a single target battle turret which will deliver auto attacks with a potency of 80 to its master's target. Using a weapon skill will cause the turret to change targets. Nice. Okay. So Steph seems excited to share something with you. So Mithrie, splendid. You arrived at the very moment I completed my newest Machinist marvel. Well, within the very hour at least. 'Tis unfortunate that many Ishgardians cannot appreciate the practicality of my work. People such as my father, for instance. Okay. So, ugh, is there naught that can be done for this dreadful odor? Steph, my son, the days of shunning your nightly training have come to an end. Never should I have allowed you to set foot inside this workshop. Had I but known that the curiosity you displayed as a boy would develop into this all-consuming distraction. Is that all you came to say, father? I am well aware of your distaste for... Nay, Steph, there is more. House Duzamel has sounded a call to arms, and House Helinar is bound to answer. As you well know, however, our companies are light on lances. If we are to avoid dishonouring our name, every able soldier, my own son included, must take up spear and sword and march to battle. I have not the disposition for charging into enemy ranks, father. I did not raise a coward. Consider your next words carefully, boy. As Manufactory Chief, I hold the authority to expel anyone from this workshop. On parchment, perhaps, there's only one chief we answer to. Uh-oh. So, I understand that our ranks have grown thin. Thus is our house in dire need of the support of the machinist will bring. Challenging the might of dragons with spear and sword is the work of seasoned heroes. Warriors possessed of unflagged stamina and robust physique. Equipped with a firearm, however, even the scrawniest commoner would engage those same scaled demons from afar. Think of it, father. If the masses were trained in the machinist profession, the casualties of fang and claw would be considerably diminished. Machinist companies would soon form the backbone of our defense, and as the master of the manufactory, the accolades would belong to House Hulinard. Train the masses? Foolish boy. No low-born army could ever replace a contingent of disciplined knights. It is time, my lord. Savara is expected to descend upon our defences within the hour. Savara? You mean to engage the great brute with naught but our knights? What would you have me do? The dragon flies straight as an arrow for our very own Skyfire locks. Should we let them be destroyed? The price will be steep in both coin and honour. Father, you must allow me to deploy my machinists. Once you have witnessed them in battle, even you will be unable to deny their effectiveness. Do as you will, Steph. As matters stand, I would not turn away a lame chocobo if it offered to defend our holdings. Be certain to assemble your forces at the locks ere Savara arrives. Okay, so we have to attack Savara, which is, I think it's a Fate dragon, isn't it? So, oh dear, I fear that I have allowed my passions to impair my better judgment. I have all but my budding machinists only to have seen true combat. 'Tis to you, then, that I will entrust the use of my prototype device, the Rook. As I have taken to calling it, it is an auto turret, a type of machinist weapon that fights on its own. Do you recall Rost's explanation of the Aether Transformer? That contraption at your waist will convert your body's aether into the lightning aspected energy required to power the turret. You need simply place the weapon in position, and it will fire onto whichever foe yourself attacks. Savara has plagued House Hulanot for long years. Should we employ the Rook to good effect, that we may rid ourselves of both a deadly enemy and my father's antiquated notions in one fell swoop. Cool. So maybe we have to do that fight at level 50, possibly? Ooh-ah. So I guess this quest was a lot shorter, not unless it's going to be used for the next part immediately. Oh yeah, it's for the next part immediately. So it says, in addition to their fire rods, machinists also employ turrets in the battle and deal extra damage to enemies to support allies. There are two types of turrets a machinist can deploy: the Rook auto turret and the Bishop auto turret. Once the turret is deployed to the battlefield, it will idle until you use a weapon skill on an enemy. Once the weapon skill is executed, it will begin auto-attacking the target. A turret's target can be changed by using a weapon skill on a different enemy. The promotion action will disable an auto turret's attack mode and order it to generate a field that restores either nearby's player MP or TP based on the turret type. More information on the turret capabilities and effects on locks by promotion can be viewed in the auto turret action help. Nice. So basically we do have it somewhere. Here it is. So that's the Rook auto turret. Where is promotion? Promotion's right there. But we don't actually get promotion, ironically, until level 42. So, yeah. Now, the reason I have all of these skills already mapped onto my hotbar is because I've already done up to level 60 in Palace of the Dead. And when you put the bindings on your hotbars, they stay there, even if you can't actually use them with your main class yet. So anyway, the next quest is called Securing the Locks. So Steph is more irked by Ross' absence. So, well, Mithrie, we are ready as ready can be. All except for our wayward instructor. Would you be so kind as to locate Ross and inform him of the urgency of our situation? I imagine he is loitering in Foundation somewhere, making his unhurried way to the workshop. Cool. So let's search for Ross. He's there somewhere. Let's go. Now, I do actually find Machinist quite fun, but I am obviously yet to see the true power that this class has. But I have seen Machinists decimate in terms of raiding EXP, like top DPS meters and so on. It doesn't mean it's the best class, it's just that it does have the power. Okay, so where are we going? Where is Rost? I wonder if he... Oh, there he is. He's up there. I just spotted his symbol. So we have to go up these stairs and around the back of this building. Okay, there he is. I don't try to pronounce some of these names because they're very difficult for me to pronounce. So, Mithrie, look at this scrag I caught. So I caught me creeping about near the workshop. Up to no bloody good, I reckoned. So I sat and him down for a friendly chat. So a dragon attack, and the boss needs every hand on deck, does he? I'll be right there, just as soon as I'm done wringing some answers from this ugly sod. You know, where there's one rat, there's always a dozen more. Might be best if you took a look around yourself and deal with any troublemakers before you head back. No need to murder anyone, mind. The noise from the hotshot ought to scare them off. Cool. Right, so we need to do... We have to use hotshot to scare off troublemakers. Wow. So to save ourselves about 5 seconds of running, we're going to use the Aetheryte shard to teleport there. Mostly because my thing is amazing. Okay, hotshot. So, how uncouth, but I suppose I should expect naught less from one of Ross' underlings. You learned it from the vicious brute himself. Heed my words, the Sky Steel manufactory plays haven to villains. For the safety of Ishgard citizen, the manufactory must needs be shut down. Their Rogadin instructor poses a former comrade of the Knights of Barracuda. This is a lie. In truth, he is a bloodthirsty pirate who murdered his entire crew. Interesting. So I guess people are against the idea of the machinists already. Come on, wind up, Riku. Keep up. Wee splat. Wee splat. Okay, so we're almost there now. I've got so many like side quests to do in this town. Let's shoot. You know, shoot first, ask questions later. So you ain't seen the last of me. So me thanks. The name is Celeste, one of your fellow machinists. If you didn't know, I was making preparations for our fight with Savara when that thug ambushed me. Don't bother chasing him. I doubt he knows more than what he was paid to do. But he did make it damn clear that someone's out there has a grudge against our workshop. Anyway, I ought to get back to my duties. We ain't never fought in a proper battle, let alone against a monster like Savara, and we'll need all the advantages we can get. Okay, so where's the last one? Oh, it's literally right next to the manufactory. So let's just teleport there. Manufactory, that's the one. Go. I am happy that they've announced that the PlayStation 3 support will be ending, so the PlayStation 3 will no longer hold this game back. Whether that means eventually we'll get a revamp of the earlier zones, I don't know. But still. Anyway. So, just one Lake of Flame ought to do it. Oh, sorry, I was supposed to shoot him. Yeah. Boom. So, what in the Seven Hells? You could have taken off a toe. You're Ross's new pup, ain't you? If it's trouble you're looking for, then look no further than the backstabbing Laminson Kerr. Well, they really have a grudge against this guy, don't they? Okay, let's talk to him. To Steph. So, is everything alright? Ross tells me that there are villains afoot making trouble for the workshop. So, intimidating my machinists, were they? Setting fires and spreading rumours. Joe too has overheard vile slander intended to defame our master of marksmanship. You took every care to choose the right employee, me lordship. We could do a lot worse than the former comrade of Limsa Laminza's Barracudas. And now half of Ishgard thinks he's lying, that he's a convict of terrible crimes. Does someone seek to harm the manufactory's standing with these attacks upon our instructor's character? I am sorry, Ross, your association with the machinist has brought you naught but ridicule and insult. But don't blame yourself, boss. After all, more than half of the stuff's probably true. I was a commander of the Kudas, right up until I got kicked out on me ass for making a bloody mess of things. That's why you found me in Camp Overlook. I was there to visit one of me old underlings. Of course, he'd rather take another axe to the face afore he'd talk to me. Me mistakes cost some more than others, and there's no bastard in Lanosia as called me a friend. Your mysterious rivals must have learned of me tarnished past, cause they offered a fortune for me to accept the job as your master of marksmanship. I suppose they taught the workshops to, be ruined once the truth behind me charming reputation became common knowledge. But as it turns out, I don't have to take kindly to being some faceless bastard's puppet. So I took their coin and yours and made it for the hills. I had no intention of fulfilling me contract, not until your adventurer here went and got me fired up and teaching in truth. That said, there ain't naught in me agreement that says I gotta fight bleeding dragons, and me students will get a better showing without their growling over their shoulders any road. Is that English? So, though his support will be missed, Rost is mayhap correct in his assumption. Our demonstration will be all more impressive for his absence. Let us check our weapons one last time and assemble at Skyfire locks. Synchronized nodding simulator. Okay, so let's go now to Skyfire locks, wherever that is. Okay, so we need to go to Count Dragonhead and run south. I really need to upgrade my gear, but if I can hold out until level 50, then my gear will upgrade like 100 item levels really quickly. Whee! Splat. I do like the stories of the game, though I do feel that the Machinist Quest so far have been really, really long. Like, I can't remember if the Astrologian Quest or even the Dark Knight Quest were this long at level 30. But yeah. I am going to be very happy once everything's 60, but then again, come the next expansion, I'll have about 1 billion classes to get to level 70, so rip. But at least it's all on one character. I don't have to spend too much time on my ults. Okay, there we go, we have a fight. I might as well be naked. I'm wearing a level 30 weapon with the level 32 Brayflox gear and no accessories, so good luck, Mithrie. So, duty calls. Commence battle for securing the locks. If your level is above 44, it will be synced. Now, the good thing with Machinists is that they can kite. So, hopefully that will keep me alive in a dire situation. I'll be a hero and run away. So, allow me to brief you on our defensive strategy. Here the dragon and its minions arrive. Atop each of the 3 locks, we have placed a dragon-slaying cannon. Our task as machinists shall be to defend the cannons from Savara's lesser kin. You will find a lock in the northeast. I've got one of those. A lock to the northwest. You can craft those. They're pretty cool. And a lock to the south. I will track the concentrations of our enemy and direct you to the cannon most in need of protection. I might literally make about 15 of them and put them in the front yard of Ulri's house. In like every possible direction. So, hark, the dragons are come. Everyone to your positions. Duty commenced. Okay, so I obviously need to defend these thingies. I probably shouldn't have used sprint, now I've got no TP. Rip. So let's put up the turret. Let's reload. Cool. I have to keep an eye out on the percentages. Might as well free up the NPCs to fight because they might help me with the other camps. Okay, so let's go. So yeah, be careful basically with using TP as a machinist. Okay, so let's defend the cannon again. We have to try and kill these ASAP. Okay, that's 2 dead. Let's kill this little one. Reload. We are somewhat okay. Okay, cool. Let's do these. So the other two cannons seem to be okay for now. This one is obviously in a bad situation. Let's move the turret a bit closer so it actually has effect. Let's put up dots. Should have done that first, to be perfectly honest, but whatever. You can knock back to interrupt skills as well. That's almost dead. Okay, cool. So where shall I go? Oh, crap. Okay, let's do it. We're gonna win, baby. Let's reload. Be ready to dodge AoE, which I was. I might have done these quests a bit too much. Like, and sort of like I almost know exactly when the ability is going to happen before it even happens, because it's just the timing is very predictable. Did I put my turret? Yeah, I did. Okay. It's right there. I'm going to start using my big attack cooldowns. Because why not? Okay, it's becoming a bit more aggressive now. But the good thing with Machinist, as with Bard, you can just keep running around constantly. So it's no problem. Almost there. Booyah. That was easy. Cool. So then I'll talk to Steph. So, well, Father, do you see now how we might prevail against dragons without risking the lives of our soldiers? It was a most impressive display. I must admit, your commoners acquitted themselves admirably. I thought I heard the terrible dims of cannons being fired, and what do I hasten out here to find but the high-born Holonarts frolicking in the snow with their low-born lackeys? Like, say what? Grrr. Are these purists? Are these elitists? After providing you with this opportunity to improve the ailing reputation of your noble house, does the consideration of House Desamel not merit a formal reply? Lord Grinch, my apologies. The foe was upon us ere we could put quill to parchment. So, yes, I imagine you were full occupied with the scaping together a serviceable company of soldiers. If only your dear son was as ardent with his knightly training as he is with his idle tinkering. Like, say what? There is naught idle in my work. You would not speak such insults had you seen my machinist in action. Oh, such a temper. It would seem your association with the commoners has eroded your manners as well as your martial skills. If you're so confident in these machinists of yours, mayhaps you should enter them into the upcoming tourney. Mayhap I shall. Upon my oath, we will turn Ishgar's tradition-bound combat upon its ear. I can speak. It's like, damn it. Aha! The Holy Sea's adjudicators will be most impressed when your low-born rabble is chopped to pieces by the tested blades of our noble champions. That's what all elitists sound like to me. So, my son, what have you done? The tourney is a stage upon which is flaunted the might and mettle of the 4 great houses. Only the finest knights are chosen to participate. Even with the aid of your machinists, our battered ranks stand little chance of victory. We must now parade our shame before the highest echelons of the Holy See. Do not be so swift to dismiss our chances, Father. I give you my word, House Hulanart will leave the contest with its pride intact. And furthermore, should we win, I will have your word that you shall yield the running of the manufactory to me. I like that he's the father, even though he looks younger than him. So, very well, my stubborn boy. And whether you win or not, you be sure to give the House Duzamel a darn good pummeling. I shall see it done, Father. We will not disappoint you. Nod. Nod, nod. Yay! Cool. So let's talk to Steph again. So, Mithrie, by the virtue of your undeniable expertise, my father has at least recognized the value of machinistry, and we cannot stop at but one hard-headed knight. This tourney will be our opportunity to demonstrate to all and sundry that the potential of our profession. My lordship, if I may, it seems that Lord Tangle has a dislike for commoners such as me. If me presence will cause you more trouble, then maybe I should quit the manufactory. Pay no mind to that, preep and flop, lass. All piss and wind. Aye, ever has Tadal sought to needle me in such a manner. 'Tis not you, my dear, that he despises. 'Tis the mingling of high-born and low-born. House Duzamel is a powerful family, and their talent for the building of fortifications has brought them vast wealth and influence. Staunch allies of House Durandez and the Duzamels have always been party to a number of significant victories. Thus do they stand at the peak of Ishgardian society, looking down their noses at any who do not share their noble pedigree. If you truly wish to please me, then I would have you shine your brightest in the tourney, and wipe that arrogant smirk from his face. Shall we be on our way? Yep. So I guess now we return to Foundation. Yep. So let's go back to the manufactory. Go and go. Okay, A for right, A for net, manufactory. I wonder how well Final Fantasy XIV is going to run on the PlayStation 4 Pro. I am very, very curious. Okay, Steph. So I must confess that my misgivings to you, Mithrie. When you queried to our chances of victory, my prospect meter returned an unfavourable result. We triumphed over dragons, 'tis true, but such a battle has not prepared us to face coordinated parties of seasoned knights. My machinists are simply not ready. 'Tis fortunate then that the tourney is yet some days away. Let us keep such disheartening talk from our colleagues and continue to train them and ourselves for the contest ahead. That's complete. Nice. Well, that was a fun quest. So obviously the next quest will be at level 45 Machinist. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie.